Hi, fourth grade. Today I'm going to be making a video about conjugations. So the way I like to think of a conjugation is a rectangle. And in a conjugation, there are two systems. You can think of that as half of the conjugation. This is present system, and this is perfect system. Each system has three tenses. A tense is one of these smaller squares. And within a tense, there are 6 endings. Now, there are 4 conjugations, but today we're only going to worry about first conjugation. Now, you guys have already learned all of the endings that belong in first conjugation, so great job. I know it looks like a lot of endings, but you guys can do it. So this is what it would look like if we have all of our endings. Here, we have present tense, imperfect tense, and future tense. Those are all a part of present system. Here we have future tense, pluperfect tense, and future perfect tense. This is all part of future tense. Now, do you remember in the last video how we talked about stems? This is where these stems come in handy. You guys have already learned all of the endings you need to know, but we need our stem. So when we're looking at amare, or the infinitive, which is the second principal part, take off the re, and we find our stem ama. Now this is the present stem, which means it's used on that present system, or that first half. So any of the endings we find, we can add to this stem, except the very first ending, o. For that one, we want to take off the a and just add o. Otherwise, we take our ama and we add our ending. Then we take the meaning of our ending. For S, it's you, and we add it to the meaning of our stem, which is love. You love. Now for perfect system, we are going to use our perfect stem. We're going to take the I off of amawi. We'll be left with amaw. It's kind of funny, but remember the V makes a W sound in Latin. Then we can add any of our endings, such as E or isti, and we're going to do the same thing to translate by finding the meaning of the ending, in this case it's you, and the meaning of the verb. Now you might think that this is also you love, but each tense has its own helping verbs. If we look at our conjugation again, in our tenses, present tense, you can say I love, I am loving, or I do love. They're all happening right now. In imperfect tense, we have I was loving, you were loving. It's an action that you were doing in the past, and then it got interrupted by something. And then for future, we have will, something that you're going to do in the future. I will love. For perfect, we have, has, and did. It's something that you did in the past, only one time, and now it's finished. I have loved, I did love, or just I loved. For pluperfect tense, we have had. I had loved. This one can be a little bit trickier, and I'll explain it in just a minute. For future perfect, we have will have, which can also be a bit trickier, and I'll explain in just a minute. Now for pluperfect, which is had, we have a prior action, which is a past action, completed prior to or before another past action. So if this is both yourself in the past, here you are now in the present. These are both past actions. This is where our had comes in. It's a past action completed prior to or before another past action. These are both past actions, but this one is even more past, if you will. I had taken out the trash before I ate dinner. And finally, for will have, or future perfect. this time, this is the present. These are both future actions. Our will have is going to be right here. This is a past action, a future action, completed prior to or before another future action. So if this is the present and both of these are future actions, right here we have a future action completed prior to or before another future action. I will have emptied the dishwasher before I ate dinner. Before I will eat dinner. Thanks for watching.